What advice would you give to somebody like AJ?
That he has a lot of talent and not to get discouraged. He only loses when he quits. When you quit, all the doors of opportunities close. You know what I mean? You have to be game. And then don't get discouraged if you lose. Listen, you just lost. You may have got $30 million. You should give Usyk a kiss and say, can we do this again? Don't let this internalize you. Oh, I can't fight now. This white boy kicked my ass. People are laughing at me. No, he kicked my ass for $50 million or $30 million. I hope he kicks my ass again. But this time it might not work out that way. I'm gonna kick his ass. I just think the more time you lay off, the worse you get. You have to fight to be the best. You have to do it more and more and more.
Mike Tyson has officially weighed in on the wild matchup between Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua, and his reaction has the combat sports world exploding. If there's anyone who truly understands heavyweight danger, fight mentality, and what it means to step in with a much larger man, it's Tyson. And his breakdown caught a lot of people off guard. Tyson began by pointing out something most fans still refuse to accept. Jake Paul isn't the inexperienced internet personality people insist on portraying him as. Tyson has spent time with Jake inside the gym. He's trained with him, exchanged shots with him, and witnessed firsthand the power Jake carries. Tyson has openly said that Jake hits legitimately hard and has a level of focus that outsiders continue to underestimate. According to Tyson, Jake possesses a rare combination, unwavering self-belief and zero fear of looking foolish, a psychological edge that only a handful of fighters ever tap into.
Are incredibly good in the respect of when there's an unbelievable opportunity for a fighter. We saw it with Taylor Serrano. They get it. Obviously here, there needed to be a commercial benefit of allowing AJ to do it. So that was part of a negotiation. But it was all very fair. And one of the reasons that we're taking this fight away from the money, and this applies to the Zone and Turkey al Sheikh, is we're the hottest thing in boxing right now. All of a sudden, boom, straight back in. And when he knocks Jake Paul out, the profile in America, the profile around the world, we're the hottest thing in boxing, AJ, all over again. So that's what we're saying, that the Zone, Turkey al Sheikh, you're going to get AJ back in 2026 as the number one star in the sport. And there'll be some people watching just going, oh, no, he's not. Who will be bigger than AJ? Right now, after Miami's press conference today, and after he does a job on Jake Paul, who's the biggest star in boxing?
I already know for a fact that he is not allowed to get knocked out within the first, probably half of the fight, and they're probably gonna let him let loose towards the end. You guys are all gonna see a fight where in the first 4 or 5, it's just gonna look like, oh, how come Anthony Joshua's not engaging that much? And then the last 3 rounds, Joshua's just gonna start laying the ham. And if Jake doesn't get knocked out, it's like, dude, Jake, he's with the heavyweight. Jake is going to come out looking good. And guess what? Joshua's gonna make a fat check.
Well, I think you just ruined my dreams a little bit, dude. I was really excited for this fight, and now I'm not so excited.
That was real, man.
It's going to be on Netflix, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, thank God it's free.
They're talking right now about doing Anthony Joshua, Jake Paul. What? Jake Paul apparently wants that fight. And he agreed to, I think it was 99% to 1, where Joshua gets 99% of the money and he gets 1%.
Well, my thoughts on it is that Jake Paul's had a lot of accusations over the years for a guy who's had no amateur fights. What's he had, about 10 or 12 fights? I'm not sure what he's had. And, you know, you look at the opposition he's had and people saying, when's he going to fight somebody? He stepped up. He's stepping up to a 2-time world champion, a genuine heavyweight, a proper heavyweight champion, and an active fighter. And this is a big moment for him. And you got to take your hat off to him for that. As regarding AJ, I'm sure AJ's wants a fight back after that, that unbelievable loss he had against Daniel Dubois. That quite an emphatic loss. He wants to come back, get himself dip his toe in the water. He's going to get paid a lot of money for this. This fight's going to generate a lot of money because for me, it's a fighter. Jake Paul's going to be a massive underdog against a big favourite, a big odds-on favourite. Can he do it or not? This is a car crash, and people will watch it. That's what people do at car crashes. That's what this is.
If you don't win this fight in 30 seconds, there's going to be 2 things thrown at him. One, good. A lot of people are going to say, you can't afford Jake Paul. You're terrible. You're never any good. So they'll forget he was 2-time great champion of the world. Who's the fellow that's trouble with Jake Paul? And God forbid he gets beat. Imagine if he got beat, or he gets dropped, or the rest of his career can't pretty much run off in most people's eyes. And the second thing is, if he does take him rounds, if he does hold him up, if he does play the game and get a few rounds in, and it's a bit of an exhibition style thing, he'll never be taken serious by most paying public ever again. So I just think it's a no-win situation for Anthony Joshua. Apart from the 50 million quid, of course, which is not too bad.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is crazy.
Who you got in this fight?
I gotta go Jake.
Oh God.
Who the fuck is he fighting?
Jake,
Jay's good.
I'm not betting on this fight.
Why not?
Joshua's good.
That's your man.
That mix of self-belief and fearlessness can be dangerous. It's a kind of mindset that can lead to huge upsets. But when Tyson turned the conversation toward Anthony Joshua, everything shifted. His tone became far more serious. Tyson made it clear that if Jake Paul plans to last against someone of Joshua's caliber, confidence alone won't save him. He'll need real technique. He'll need polished movement. He'll need strict discipline. Because Anthony Joshua isn't Nate Robinson, he isn't Tyron Woodley, and he isn't Ben Askren. He's a former two-time heavyweight champion with a kind of knockout power that can completely change a fight or career. With a single clean strike, Tyson stressed that Joshua's physical presence is overwhelming. The height, the reach, the weight, the muscle, the high-level ring experience. He warned that Jake can't simply march forward like he usually does, can't rely on looping right hands, and can't allow his ego to dictate the pace. One mistake, one moment of exposed offense against a true heavyweight puncher, especially someone like Joshua, and the fight would end instantly.
Jake Paul. The cojones this motherfucker has, from a Disney kid to YouTube to he can fight anyone and get views and make fucking money. This crazy wild boy sends out the bat signal, the British bat signal for Anthony motherfucking Joshua. You know how crazy that is? I will say this. I don't think any of Jake Paul's fights are fixed in any capacity. At all. Not even close. I don't get down that narrative. Again, I know online that's a fun narrative, all that shit. I will say this though. My spidey senses will go off if Anthony Joshua doesn't absolutely mop the floor with him. Now, kudos to Jake for taking this fight. My God, dude, you are a brave young man. You deserve every cent for that fight. My word, dude, there's so much respect. So much respect. He worked so hard at the craft. That's amazing. Kudos to you. Here's the reality. Anthony Joshua is a gold medalist in the Olympics. He's a multiple-time world champion. He's fought the best of the best. He's not really over the hill either. If Jake Paul was just another boxer with his resume and his experience, you know, he's about a mid-blue belt. If we're giving you belts like jiu-jitsu, he's probably a blue belt, fighting in main events and all this stuff. If this fight isn't an absolute domination by Anthony Joshua, my spidey senses will go off. Now, that's not to say that I'm not saying Jake Paul has any language in the contract. There's no foul play whatsoever on Jake Paul's part. My skeptical hippo eyes or my spidey senses will come off that Anthony Joshua's not taking this real and he's not putting his best performance forward.
But Tyson also emphasized something that many people are overlooking. If Jake Paul approaches a matchup with strategy, using constant movement, speed, and angles instead of standing and trading like a typical heavyweight, he could create problems simply through unpredictability. Tyson explained that sometimes the most dangerous opponent is the one nobody expects to succeed. The fighter with nothing to lose. The fighter who operates with chaos. The fighter who throws from unexpected positions and forces you into situations you didn't prepare for. Tyson also pointed to Jake's mentality. He respects that Jake keeps choosing difficult challenges, stepping into fights most developing boxers would never take. Tyson admires that willingness to test himself, even when the odds aren't in his favor. But Tyson didn't shy away from a reality that everyone understands. If Anthony Joshua enters the ring focused and disciplined, Jake Paul is walking into the fire against one of the hardest hitters of this generation. According to Tyson, Jake's only path to survival is to stay calm and calculated. No emotional reactions, no reckless exchanges, no moments of pride that leave him open. One clean heavyweight punch from Joshua can end the night instantly. Tyson's final point stunned a lot of fans. He insisted that people need to stop acting as if Jake Paul has zero chance. In boxing, anyone has a chance. But defeating Anthony Joshua would require Jake Paul to deliver a flawless performance. No major errors, no ego-driven brawling, no lapses in discipline. Because one mistake against a true heavyweight puncher can shut the lights off. This matchup has now become one of the most unpredictable events of the year. A proven champion facing a wild card who has shaken the boxing world with his willingness to take risks and challenge giants.